Welcome back to, what was I calling this? Welcome back to In the Closet with MK. I used to do this and I would always start out by showing y'all my favorite thing that I've got in my closet. This is my favorite thing. It's these pair of heels. Aren't they cute? Let's dive into what's happening in my life. Last weekend, Merritt graduated. This past weekend, NC State had their graduation. My boyfriend Merritt graduated. So proud of him. Apparently at one point I did tell him, like, if you don't have a degree, there is no me. So glad that got resolved for our relationship. He graduated. It was great. It was super special. I got sunburn. And I was sitting next to his mom, who is a redhead. She got no sun. I got burnt. Like, still have red sunburn on my body, and I got it on Saturday, and today is Monday. No, today is Tuesday. I was taken back. Like, I can't believe I've got sunburn and it's still here. His graduation was super long. Like, it was just a long day because he had his morning graduation, then we did lunch, then he had his evening graduation. So it was like 5 hours of graduating. Totally fine. More than happy to do it. I'm so proud of him. He deserves to be celebrated. I woke up the next day sick as a dog. But I didn't feel sick instantly. Like, I just woke up and felt kind of groggy. And I had things to do that Sunday. So I was like, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to go home and, like, it'll pass. I was driving home. I thought I was going to crash my car. I was so tired. So I get home and I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep for 2 hours and then I'm going to wake up and I'll feel rejuvenated and I'll be able to clean my house and get everything in order and I have all these things me and my mom need to do. Didn't happen. I drove back to Raleigh and before I left, my mom was like, are you sure, like, you're capable of driving yourself? Like, you look rough. I was like, yeah, like, I'm fine. Because, like, I didn't have clean underwear in my house. Like, I don't keep anything really in my childhood bedroom, so I had no clothes to wear. And I was like, I'm not gonna be here overnight in these. I like to put on my PJs. Wake up Monday morning, feel fine. I was crawling on the ground to get to my shower on Sunday. Monday morning, no problems. I mean, I've still had like migraines on and off, but that's not really out of the ordinary for me, so I wouldn't even be like, oh, that's what it's from. But now I graduate this weekend and trying to have everything together. My mom crashed her car yesterday. I'm sorry, Mom, but she did, apparently. And when Dad called me, I giggled really hard. Now, I didn't giggle with you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, but I giggled so hard when Dad called me and told me, like, the reenactment, and it was really funny. I'm sorry. Okay, aside from graduating the chaos of my mom crashing her car, the Met Gala was last night. The only thing I'm going to say about it is I miss the fashion police. Hailey Bieber's toes were hanging off her shoes. I've never watched White Lotus, but apparently a girl from White Lotus, I think her name's Lisa, went to the Met Gala. On her little underwear she's wearing, she has Rosa Parks' face. The fashion police would have taken her to Alcatraz. That is horrible. Why are we putting Rosa Parks on underwear? I was watching You season 5. You has been one of my favorite shows every year that, like, a new season comes out. So I was really already hostile over the fact that it was ending. I was sad that the show was ending, but I will say this season wasn't my favorite. I feel like in other seasons, like cliffhangers almost, or like I've been on edge, or I've been able to feel like that feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm scared he's gonna get caught. Like, there's no way he's getting out of this. Like, I didn't get any, like, anxiety-induced feelings this season. Did I think Joe should have gone to jail? I thought it was a bit ironic. The fact that, you know, he got trapped in that cage, then he got put in a jail cell for his punishment. Like, I thought it was a bit ironic that he ended up in there. I felt like the ending was just, like, so drawn out. I wish, like, they wouldn't have gone on this trip and she called the police. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry, might be over dramatic. Like, just call the cops, girl. It didn't need to be that deep. It didn't need to be that deep. And I almost wish it would have played out with the group, like getting him put in prison when they had him in the box. I don't know. I just wasn't my favorite season of You. My favorite season is season 2 with Love. I like that season a lot. Big fan of it. Okay, next. I watched Paige and Hannah Try New Things. I love Giggly Squad. Found them, went out and bought the book. I love Giggly Squad. I had higher hopes from, like, how silly I expected this show to be, and it wasn't as silly as I expected. I just watched the first episode. I was, like, a little let down. I thought it would almost be like when we had, like, the Sister Squad and they used to giggle. Like, it would be, like, more giggly like that. I like that it follows them as the podcast is coming out, like towards the end, it shows where they're talking about what they did that week together. And I feel like that aspect was cool because it was almost like we as viewers got to see the behind the scenes of what created content for them to talk about and what they felt was the most important. So it's like if you go back, you can line it up with the show and you know exactly where you were. But I didn't feel like it was as funny as I thought it was gonna be. And it kind of made me a little sad because I wanted to giggle. Like I wanted it to be really silly and I just hadn't heard that it was like the best thing, I needed to watch it right now, like all this. Like, I mean, I'm a giggler till I die. I expected the show to almost be like life-changing. I was like, to be sure, this will change everything for me. I mean, and it really didn't. I was like, oh, okay. Also, talking about YouTube videos, I really haven't watched Emma Chamberlain's like last 4 YouTube videos. I've tried to watch them. The vibe's just not there for me. Maybe I'll retry again today because that's very out of character for me. Normally, I love Emma Chamberlain with every fiber of my being, but recently it's just been off for me. Okay. Here are my fashion hot takes right now. Nobody asked for these. I just love to give them. Very into clothes. 1, skirt sets. I feel like these have been in for a hot minute. But I feel like a little mini skirt and a tank set really gonna hit the summer, or even short sleeve. And I feel like it'll be pulled off in textures we haven't normally seen in the past, or like they've been on the shelves but no one has been first to grab them. I feel like that's what we're gonna see. I'm excited for it, honestly. It'll be different, and I feel like we'll see how people would style them even though they're not normally everyone's first pick. That's my prediction right now. Like a skirt set, almost like a knit fuzzy material, is gonna be really popular even though it's normally picked over. Next, kitten heels have already had a big moment. I feel like we're gonna start seeing more designer-esque kitten heels, maybe in my age group specifically, where people are like finding vintage kitten heels. Like vintage kitten heels will have a moment. I have tons of kitten heels, but I feel like we're gonna start seeing like designer, really niche-y, almost. I would love to own the loafer Manolo Blahnik kitten heel. I think that's like the it shoe. I love it. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous. I'm just like excited for the revolutionizing of a kitten heel resurface, like really statement breaking kitten heels are gonna come back to light for spring and summer fashion. And I'm here for that. I found out Chanel, I think it was Chanel or Jimmy Choo, it's one of them, has a ladybug like kitten heel. Obsessed. I want them. I need them. I have a tattoo of a ladybug. It was my nickname growing up. I want them so bad. But that's neither here nor there. This is kind of like a hot take. Like, I don't know if this will actually happen. I feel like belt skirt. So I think we all remember the diesel skirt. One of the girls, was it Chelsea? From Selling Sunset, wore the skirt. She was like, this isn't a sitting outfit. I feel like these skirts are gonna come back and we're gonna see it not with like the big buckle that represents the brand. What was the brand? Was it like Diesel or something? What was the brand? I don't know off the top of my head. I feel like we're gonna start seeing this style of like a wrap belt skirt become more popular, and I think we're gonna do it with big chunky gold hardware at the forefront. Here for this. Created it in my head. I can envision it. I can see it. I would love to design. Somebody give me a draw. Well, I can't draw, so I need somebody to draw my idea for me. Let me critique it. Let's get it just right. Then let's put it into production. I see that becoming a big trend. I see that becoming a big trend. Actually, I can't say I see it becoming a big trend because I'm like, maybe this is just a niche thing in my head that works. And I don't think it'll be for summer. I feel like if it is for summer, it'll just be for nighttime summer fashion. For summer, we're gonna see like the 60s and 70s, like fun retro-y colors really be big. I made a mood board for these on my TikTok, and I feel like it is the moment with all the fun cutouts and buttons. Like, I feel like it's very girly but summery, and I feel like that's why the girls love it. I think this is all I have to tell y'all right now. I'm not feeling really silly today, so I apologize. My mouth actually kind of hurts over here. Like, it kind of freaking hurts. I don't know if I've popped it or what's happened. All right, bye guys. That's all I have to say this week, and my back hurts. I need to go lay down. Mwah.